It's time now for Countywide, a special presentation of Yavapai Broadcasting News. Join News Director Paul David and News Editor Philip Catafamo as they talk with our community's leaders, newsmakers, and people in the know. You'll hear about the hot topics in Yavapai County that affect all our lives. And now here's today's Countywide.
Welcome to Countywide. I'm Paul David. As always, it is great to have you in studio with us today. Back in studio is Yavapai County Development Director David Williams. Welcome back.
Thank you. Good
and
morning.
Yavapai County Assistant Development Director Jeremy Dye. Welcome back to studio.
Good morning. Thank you.
Website is yavapai.us. Yavapai.us for anything Yavapai County related. So last time you guys were here, we were talking. I had questions about when or when I do not need a permit for things I wanted to work on in my house, just as a personal thing, because I had things being done on my house. So I wanted to clear up some of that stuff. I thought it would be kind of an interesting topic. While you were here, we brought up a home of your own program that was brought up, and that's what we're going to get into today, a home of your own, because it went a little further. It was in the Board of Supervisors agenda a couple weeks back, and that's when I called you, David, and invited you back on the show. Before we get to that, prior to the show starting, we were talking, and you guys have been slow since COVID hit this year. So COVID-19 has slowed you guys down, and it's not been much going on. But that's not the case, is it? No.
Not even remotely.
So how has this year been for you? I'm asking everybody that comes in from the departments.
You know, this year has been absolutely crazy. You know, when COVID hit, we didn't know where we were going to land, quite frankly. I was very concerned about the industry because everything that comes through our office isn't just development services, it's the entire construction industry, thousands of jobs in the county. And I'm very happy to say that through COVID, our permits have actually accelerated. We've heard of very few instances of anybody backing out of new home contracts, stalling, no delays in lending that's created any issues, although there is a backlog on the mortgage side, just refinancing right now. But the industry itself is incredibly strong. Permits are, as I said, they're going through our office quickly. People are building houses. It's a positive thing.
Could it be a record year, maybe?
We actually had a record month in July, the busiest month on record for our department. We issued more single-family home permits in July than we ever had in the department. So we're actually busier now than we were before COVID.
Is there any particular part of Yavapai County you guys are seeing a huge amount of building going on, or is it spread out throughout the county?
You know, we're seeing it all over the place. Actually, a lot of it in the Quad Cities, in the Prescott area. We're seeing a lot over here in the village of Oak Creek, Rimrock, Camp Verde areas. We're seeing a lot of growth over there too, but it's all over the county at this point.
Way different from when the recession hit, huh? The Great Recession?
Very different.
I mean, we had contractors going out of business, shutting down, unemployment was going up. I mean, unemployment's up now too, but the work it's different. People are at home and you're sitting in your house, and I've done it too this year. I told you before the show, my wife and I have done all kinds of things in our house this year, and it's actually been a relatively decent summer for me because we've just gotten all these great projects taken care of that we've been talking about doing. But it's like, well, we're going to sock away for this one this year and this year and this year. But I feel like this year people are like, you know, sitting in their houses going, we get that crack fixed, we get that light fixed, we get the new sockets put in here, and that kind of stuff is going on. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely is. I think the stimulus had a lot to do with that. People got some extra money to go in and take care of their house, to repaint, new carpeting, new lights, kitchen remodels, bathroom remodels. We've seen a lot of that type of activity. And I think it's good. You know, people have been sitting at home. I've been doing it at my house, going through and doing all the little honey to-do lists that I couldn't get to before. We're now starting to get into those, get those taken care of, and it's a good thing.
Are offices open again for you guys? Are we still doing appointment only and make a phone call and all that good stuff?
Well, our offices actually never close. You know, we're closed to the public, of course.
I guess that's what I mean, yeah. I can't walk into your office.
Exactly,
okay.
Exactly. But we're still doing business as we always have. We do everything online right now, but our offices are still closed to the public for until further notice, as far as we know. Yeah.
Okay, all right. And since we're talking about that, we were going to hold this to the back end of the show, but the video inspections, we talked about this last time you guys were here too, but again, it was just something we scraped the surface on. So why don't we take care of that now, and then we'll get into a home of your own program.
Well, when we talked about video inspection before, we were just implementing that program, and COVID actually pushed us up a little bit in our schedule. We implemented that right away. And it's been going very well. You can get a video inspection for just about any inspection on your home or on your project. And basically it's similar to a regular field inspection, except that you're doing it all online, all through a Zoom type of program or a Skype type of program where you walk around the property with your camera. The inspector is actually back at the office and telling the applicant or the homeowner where they need to see.
Little to the left, little to the right,
Exactly.
Look up, look down. They've got a tablet or whatever they're using, right? But they're videoing it, and then inspector's on the other end.
The inspector's on the other end. He passes or fails and says you need to make these corrections, and you just go forward from there. And it's worked out very well. We've actually saved over 2,000 miles of just drive time for the inspectors to go to some of these remote areas in the county. So it's worked out very well for us so far.
Saving some gas, huh?
Yep.
And wear and tear on
Gas
vehicles.
and labor and
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay. Yeah. All right. All right, let's do it. A home of your own. Last time you were here, we talked about, again, a little bit, scratched the surface, that there were going to be these housing plans coming up. I think Supervisor Randy Garrison also brought it up during a show he did with me as well. So what is a home of your own?
So the Home of My Own is a project we created to address the affordable housing needs, the workforce housing in Yavapai County. This came out of a national level discussion that I was having with actually our elected representatives back in D.C. About a year and a half ago. And what we all identified is that there is no one good solution for affordable housing. Everybody's trying to come at it from their own different angle, but nobody had ever looked at it from this point of view before. The departments, every building department across the country has standard details for little things, like to build a wall so you don't have to go get engineering, to build a deck. We already have those things pre-engineered so somebody can come in and just pick them up off the shelf. I took that model and kind of expanded it forward into 3 house plans to say, we will design a house for you. And we can do it very cost effectively and cut down that cost of ownership significantly. You know, if you can remove $10,000 off the top of a house because the design is already done, it saves the homeowner, it saves them a tremendous amount of money.
Yeah.
And the benefit to the county is, you know, we want to get people in houses. There's been some statistics. I know Supervisor Garrison may or may not have mentioned this on his show, but it's estimated that there's a housing shortage in just the Verde Valley of 1,800 homes right now. So we start looking at what the infill lots would look like if we were to go to Rimrock, Beaver Creek, or Cottonwood, or any of these areas. There's a lot of infill lots available that, you know, either they were never built on to begin with, or the housing stock as it aged, the house was finally torn down.
Real quick, what's an infill lot?
An infill lot's a lot that's in an existing subdivision that happens to be vacant, or, you know, was a victim of a fire or some type of disaster, or the housing unit just got to the end of its life.
Okay, okay. It was that's a chunk of land between a couple houses.
Chunk of land
sitting there for a while. Okay,
sitting there.
Gotcha.
The benefit of most infill lots, however, is that there's already utilities in the area or on the property already, so you've got the ability to tie in very quickly. So we designed these 3 plans to basically try to address 3 specific needs in the Yavapai County. Our first plan is a 1-bedroom, 1-bath plan, about 600 square feet.
You know what? Before we get into the plans, you got 3 plans.
I have 3 plans.
You want to tell me about 3 plans? Okay, we have to take our first break. Let's do that. We'll come back and we'll talk about the 3 plans. Let's do that. Yavapai County Development Director David Williams in studio today. Yavapai County Assistant Development Director Jeremy Dye as well in studio. Yavapai.us is the website. Stick around. Countywide back in just a couple minutes.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at GettlesHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle, get Gettles.
Hi, this is Greg at Verde Solar Power. You know, Arizona has lots of clean, renewable sunshine, and we want to help you take advantage of it with our quality solar installations, and we offer to beat any written offer on a residential solar electric system. So bring us your electric bill and let us show you how solar power will save you money. We're located conveniently here in the Verde Valley and are dedicated to helping the valley go solar. So remember, The energy solution comes up every morning.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Orkin has pest control down to a science.
When your business chooses Orkin's Precision Protection Program, you get a tailored pest control program for your specific industry and environment.
Your business can benefit from over a century of experience, training, and scientific knowledge that define the Orkin man.
Maximum protection, minimum exposure, backed by one of the industry's most comprehensive guarantees.
Choose your locally owned and operated Northern Arizona Orkin and get more than an exterminator. Get an expert.
Welcome back to Countywide. We're sitting down with Development Services today to talk about a home of, is it a home of your own or a home of my own?
Home of my own.
A home of my own program. So you were going to talk about 3 different plans. So let's go through the plans.
So we've got our first plan, which is a 1-bedroom, 1-bath plan with a 1-car carport. It's 600 square feet. And it's really intended to fill that niche of the tiny home. We've got a lot of people that are really interested in building those smaller scale homes.
Tiny homes are popular.
Either they're downsizing or they're, that's just their needs.
Sure.
It's still bigger than most apartments when you think about it in those terms. And we designed the plan really to go anywhere, but the plan serves a dual purpose. It also serves as a guest house. So if somebody had the land available, they could go in and take this plan and create a guest house. We're seeing a real need across the county and across the nation for generational housing. We're all getting, mom and dad or grandpa back in, or the kids are staying longer, and having that option to do the guest house for them really goes a long ways. So that's our first plan. Our second plan is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath design with a 2-car carport. It's about 800 square feet, give or take. And it was designed with a lot of help, quite frankly, from the school superintendent, from Tim Carter's office. And the schools are having such a hard time right now retaining teachers and enticing teachers to move to Yavapai County.
Makes sense.
And it's happening everywhere. But they needed a plan that they could build at the schools and be able to house teachers in. And this plan fits that need. They can put a couple of teachers in very easily. They can live in that type of environment on the campus. They're invested in the community. And it gets them in, it gives them housing. They're not having to try to find housing right now on their own, which is outrageously expensive in many cases.
Sure.
And then our last plan is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It's about 1,200 square feet, and it's really designed for the family.
The family starter home.
Family starter home. I keep using the analogy in our office. It's the John F. Long home.
Okay. All right.
John F. Long was amazingly successful building thousands of the same floor plan all over Phoenix. And you could choose whether it was a right or a left garage, and that was his business model. But it worked incredibly well, and this really kind of brings that same trend and design concept into play. All the plans are designed to be expandable, so they can add rooms, they can add additional things on them down the line. But the core of the program is that these are standard plans that anybody can come in, pick up off the shelf, and say, I want to build this. I want this to be my dream home.
And then we don't have to have you looking at plans anymore because you've already signed off on
it. The plan review has already been done, so the permit turnaround times are much less. Now, if they want to make changes, we've got to look at it as a custom. There's options available for that to work with the architect we use to draw the plans up, but the intent and the best bang for the buck for somebody is to take that base plan and be able to build that. The 1-bedroom, 1-bath, quite frankly, if someone's handy, they've done some construction, they could build that themselves very easily. But all of the plans are designed to be very simple, to maximize the materials being used so that you don't have excess materials for the plan. They're simple to build. really designed to be very straightforward, quick, easy, and get somebody into a home.
Now, if you've got the 3 plans, and I think there are plans to add additional plans, is there not?
Yes, there are.
Okay.
So later this year, we'll be working on adding 3 more plans into it.
Okay.
We're waiting right now, kind of listening to what the public has to say, what their comments are, to see about what those next 3 plans may look like. So I would love to have any input anybody has, as we go through this process. What should the next 3 look like? Do we need to find a mid-range, maybe a little more square footage in the 2-bedroom, 2-bath design? Do we need to go a little bigger to a 4-bedroom? We'd like to see. This is the opportunity now that the program's launched for the public to provide that input and see what we can help design to make it easy.
And Jeremy, you mentioned before the show that the Home of My Own is up on your website right now. Can people go there and take a look at that?
It's on our website now. We have information on those. We also have the floor plans available, so people can look at that 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom floor plan, see what they like. And if they have questions, there's contact information there available as well.
Okay, all right. And then ideas for what the next few plans will look like.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're definitely taking that. Our contact information there, the 2 permit technicians that we have available will provide that information, answer questions. They'll also take those suggestions in as well.
Now, if I'm ready right now and say I've got a small lot that I've purchased and I'm interested in the 1-bedroom, 1-bath place, is it available to do right now, or are we still kind of waiting to release these to the public?
It is available to do right now.
Okay.
I can say they are in current plan review because we had our architect design the plans. Obviously, we always want checks and balances, so our internal plan reviewers are looking at it right now, but they're essentially ready to go.
Okay.
That's why we've got the floor plans, the elevations online, and we'd love for somebody to take advantage. One of the neat things about this program that I really like is one of the permit technicians that we have assigned to this program, she is looking at this for herself. So she's got a very vested interest. This is, she's been very active in this program from the beginning, and she's been looking at this so that she can achieve the American dream of home ownership.
Okay, all right, that's very awesome.
Kind of exciting to see that.
Yeah, that is. Is there a deadline that you guys are kind of hoping for public comment to come in? Or just on the future plans?
It's really just ongoing as these plans are starting. We haven't even gotten to that point yet where the next set of plans are being designed. So at this point, just keep the ideas coming.
Do you have a timeline when you hope to have those next few plans ready to go?
I would honestly like to start the design phase here in the next 60 to 90 days at the latest, to start at least the next plan and maybe the one after that.
By the end of the year, just after the start of the new year?
Yes.
Okay.
And they take, typically they take, 6 to 8 weeks for the architect to go through and really design and work through several iterations and comments and everything. But I'm really hoping by first quarter next year, we've got more plans that we can put out for everybody.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and take our next break. We'll do it now, and then we'll come back. We've got a few punch list things to still do. Yavapai County Development Services in studio today. Yavapai.us is the website. Stick around. Countywide back in just a couple minutes.
From inspiration to installation.
If you need help with your decorating plan, call the pros at the Picture Window. We are your #1 source for top quality blinds, shades, shutters, and flooring. We've been in business here for 41 years, and our delightful sales staff has decades of experience. We're the locally awarded Best of the Best in both Sedona and the Verde Valley.
Don't pass up a free estimate on your project. Call the Picture Window now.
Paul Stanley here with Stanley Steel Structures. We offer shade structures that provide style, value, and performance. Our Equinox louvered roof opens and closes to give you the ultimate patio experience. We also offer Alumawood shade covers that looks like wood but lasts like steel and never needs painting or maintenance. Visit us at StanleySteelStructures.com. Contact us today and be covered tomorrow. Stanley Steel Structures. Let us add some space to your place.
Been hearing about the crazy benefits of CBD? Find out how CBD can help you at Sedona's #1 resource, CBD Sedona. Come in for a free consultation and let our trained medical staff help you find the perfect product for you. Pain relieving salves, full spectrum oils, honeys, teas, cookies, and even CBD for pets. Ready to feel fantastic? Come on by CBD Sedona today.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Welcome back to Countywide. We've got just a few minutes left in the program. Ryan had a good question before the show. Are these plans just for the unincorporated areas of Yavapai County, or is it available to all of Yavapai County, the municipalities? Right
now, anyone in the unincorporated areas of the county can download those plans and submit those permits. We're going to be working with the incorporated jurisdictions to get them on board too, and we've had several of them that have expressed a lot of interest over it. So.
Okay. How much are the plans, and then how much are the permits to get the ball rolling like this?
Well, the plans themselves are absolutely free. They can be downloaded and submitted as a permit application that day. If there are modifications that need to be made, as Dave was talking about, that's going to take some additional costs. There's going to be some costs there, but the plans themselves are free. Okay,
all right, that answers that. On your website, I noticed there is a new planning and zoning case page. What's that all about?
So, given the COVID world now, we're having to move into the virtual environment to start holding meetings again. So we wanted to get a page up where people could link into our virtual meeting. We've got one actually on Thursday for the Planning and Zoning Commission. They've got 4 cases right now to hear. It gives them the link for WebEx so they can dial in, be part of that meeting where we can't have, unfortunately, the public in large gatherings yet, but it gives them the ability to have that interaction, be able to comment to the Planning Commission. We've also tried to streamline our public comment process as part of that page. We've created survey links for each of those particular items, and what it does is people can go online, they can fill out the survey with their public comments. It gives us a rapid way to analyze, kind of collect all the information together, create one simple report to really save the planners a tremendous amount of time. Right now, we've had some cases that have gone through recently where we've gotten 2,000 emails, and you can imagine the logistical, challenges that come with that. Sure. This is very simple. We can go through, we can analyze the data, we can get how many positives, negatives, or neutrals that we've got for the case. The comments are there, and we can easily create a public comment report on our end to be able to provide to the commission and the board. So that's why we created the page. We wanted to be able to get more information out and give a better conduit for the public to be able to comment.
I got to say, that's probably one of the most difficult things this year is for the public to comment on different things going on in the county, because it's just not this, we're not going to a meeting and sitting down and being able to get up and talk or put it together that way. But there it is, right? There's one way to do it. Mm-hmm. So I'm sure they're doing the best they can. And then there was the online lunch and learns. Who wants to do online lunch and learns? Because I know Matt Forrest in the county attorney's office does those, and so it sounds like you guys are going to do your own kind of lunch and learn.
Yeah, and COVID changed a lot of everything that we've done. We've moved everything online. We were working very hard to put out good information to the public, and we had those in the form of physical, in-person lunch and learn programs where we could invite the public in, feed them lunch, provide them with some good information on housing, planning, permitting, whatever their questions were. We're doing the same thing now, we're just doing it virtually, and we're putting together some online lunch and learn programs to allow people to just log in at that particular time. We give them still that same good information on whatever the topic happens to be that day. It's about a half an hour, 45 minutes long with some question and answer, and we're trying to put that out monthly at this point. And we're having our first one is scheduled to be about the first week in October at this point.
I imagine this will be posted on the website as well.
And
right
it will
there
be.
on your front page, huh?
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, definitely. And then I also noticed, we've got about a minute left, is that you guys have come up with the most frequently asked questions, and it's about a 3-page report here about just as most frequently asked questions. So you've obviously narrowed those down pretty quick.
We get a lot of the same questions from the public, and we've just started putting those online as well. We actually updated a lot of outdated questions on our webpage as well, just to get that accurate information out to people. It answers their questions, and it it gives them an opportunity. If they have further questions, they can give us a call as well.
Okay, all right, beautiful. And we don't have a plan yet as to when your offices will be open to the public again. Not at this point in time.
Not yet.
All right, better safe than sorry. All right. Yavapai County Development Director David Williams, thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Yavapai listening, and we'll talk to you again next time.